Hey beautiful people, what's up? So welcome to the next tutorial. This tutorial is going to be a lifesaver for all the software development agency founders and going to be one of the very important tutorial, very important content for anyone who want to start or step into the software development business in 2026. Amid all this, AI crisis news, Microsoft is firing, TCS is firing, you might be thinking, what is going to be the future of my software development work? What is going to be the future? Where exactly my fate is going to go? Whether shall I change the business or what shall I be doing? So in this particular tutorial, I have been doing a lot of research since last 3 years, have implemented, failed, and today I'm going to present all of you what exactly is working right now, which type of software development agencies are going to get obsolete, and which type of software development companies are going to lead and succeed. So what are you waiting for? This particular tutorial is going to comprise of multiple things. We'll discuss about the old traditional model, how exactly software development business used to work. We'll also discuss what exactly the current business model is working right now, what exactly you need to be embracing as a new avatar, how exactly you can position your business in front of the global market, what should be your offer, how you can gain attention as a software development founder, what is the impact of AI, and how exactly you can leverage the keyword AI in your business and in your service. We will look into what exactly you need to change in your marketing, how exactly to generate international global leads, how to convert those leads into sales, what exactly to change in your sales process. Trust me, it's going to be one of the most interesting tutorial of the channel among all the YouTube space. So what are you waiting for? Let's hop onto the PC and understand things in details. Thanks a lot for watching the video until now. But let me tell you very frankly, unstructured and unorganized video watching on YouTube is going to hamper your learning. It's not going to give you the desired output you want. Why don't you check out our 8 weeks of lifetime mentorship program, the fast track course for hungry learners and hungry achievers like you. We have created hundreds and thousands of success stories. Why don't you meet Vedant? Why don't you meet Krishna? Why don't you meet Abhisha? Why don't you meet enthusiastic service providers like you who have just not achieved a great, amazing marketing career, but have created their side hustle as global marketing agencies and becoming pro freelancers. If you want to be my next success story, let me tell you, the next batch of our fast track 8 weeks program is about to commence soon. Click on the link below to get in touch with us because the seats are filling fast. Thank you so much. So as you are seeing on the screen right now, what was the traditional business model? How exactly, I must say that, how exactly this big tech firms, be it TCS, be it Capgemini, be it Tech Mahindra, have been operating? They were primarily operating in two business models. The primary business model they used to operate, as you can see, it was manpower augmentation business. I hope if you are watching this video, then you must have been knowing what is manpower augmentation business. The business model was very plain and simple, and this is why Indian IT company got the global limelight. Since 1991, India became the leading IT services sector because India was somehow succeeding in providing cheap IT manpower at a most optimized cost that a global buyer was looking for. जैसे यहाँ पे client होता था. Let's say there was a client, right? Requirements, product roadmap, project management, and delivery priorities was the responsibility of a company. Let's say this is company A. This is company A sitting in some obscure part of the world, maybe some San Francisco's of the world. They connect with a company, let's say Infosys in India, let's say TCS in India, or some third-party company in India, and they discuss a project. Now the vendor or the third-party company will provide skilled resources, maybe a bunch of Java developers, maybe a bunch of front-end designer, back-end developers, maybe a project engineer, senior project engineer, senior developer. The primary responsibility was to deploy, right? Deploy the manpower. It is the reason payroll and HR was the responsibility of the third-party company sitting in India. Maintaining the productivity of the entire project development. Primarily, the revenue model was around monthly billing, maybe sometimes hourly billing, and sometimes daily billing, right? Now, if you can see, let's say, for example, an US SaaS company hires 5 Java developers from Indian IT company for 2 lakh rupee per developer per month, right? Now, this was a very plain and simple company. They used to pay 2 lakh rupee. They used to pay 2 lakh rupees per developer, and the company used to keep their cut in between, maybe 1,50,000, and used to hire a developer at 50,000 rupees. So this was the business model. Plain and simple. Plus, there was another business model that has excelled left, right, and center in last 20 years, I must say. It was end-to-end project development. Many companies, L&T Infotech, Wipro, maybe Tech Mahindra, Infosys, they were also into this kind of projects, end-to-end project development. Now, what exactly is end-to-end project development? End-to-end project development, where that entire development lead or the company tech lead or the company project managers engage with a specific department of an enterprise. That enterprise may be government of India, maybe government of Africa, or maybe a manufacturing company at USA. They discover a pain point. They analyze how exactly the pain point is impacting the business operation. They build a dashboard, the UI UX, they build the architecture, how exactly a specific pain point or manual work can be automated. They used to develop a minimum viable product or used to develop a proof of concept. They test it, they deploy it with a warranty, and of course, with some ongoing maintenance commitment. So this used to be a very, very profitable, but let me tell you, this was not lightweight. Primarily from planning to delivery was the responsibility of the tech company. And most of the IT companies used to embrace both of this model. But all of a sudden, with this hurricane of AI, everything got distorted. Let me tell you what exactly got distorted. But before that, let me give an example. Let's say, for example, a hospital hires an IT company to build a hospital management system for 80 lakh rupees. The vendor delivers the complete solution. Let's say, for example, the government of Africa gave the order to Tata Consultancy Services to develop hospital management software for all their healthcare firms, all their government healthcare institutions, and TCS took the project. And the project revenue that got generated was 80 lakh rupees, and the cost for TCS was 30 lakh, and 50 lakh became TCS's profit. So this was very plain and simple. I must say this was actually not a lightweight model. It needed a lot of responsibility, lot of skilled manpower, from architecture, design to development, maintenance, manpower management, lot of stuff, right? From HR management, everything. Now, today in 2026, amid all this AI news, let us have a closer look. What are the current challenges? What exactly do you think is the current challenge right now? The first and foremost challenge that I must believe that traditional custom software development has been commoditized. Let's say, for example, if you are someone, if you are a developer or an agency founder or a developer turned into an entrepreneur, and you have been taking projects as and when you got a requirement, maybe a requirement that was generated by any of your existing customer, or you got a project from Upwork, maybe a project via your circle or network, and you have been habituated in developing custom projects, maybe industry agnostic CRM solutions or ERP solution. Understand basic coding assistance in the market. The coding assistants can do it easily today. A basic CRM that's industry agnostic, not industry specific, can be developed by a second year of diploma engineering student, or somebody who is sitting in some obscure part of the world in the pajama, trying out some vibe coding tool can do it. Because this specific custom software development traditional business models were not solving any industry specific pain point. Now what? The second channel that I've seen is the biggest challenge, and the second challenge. Clients have become more price sensitive. Now I must say, I will not blame ChatGPT for that, but today the very normal concept that has hit the prospect's mind, if ChatGPT can code, why will I be hiring a developer? If Claude AI can code, then why will I hire a senior software developer? I truly do not believe this school of thought, but still, thanks to this AI news and thanks to the Sam Altman of the world, who have been pushing AI like crazy. This is how the PR has been working in last few years. A threat of fear that AI is going to replace everyone. But truly, I do not believe this. This do not hold any validity when it comes to developing any industry-specific enterprise solution. But still, it has become a lot of objection in the industry. Now companies are looking at AI first solutions rather than building something personalized and customized for their companies. And this has become a point in harsh negotiations and one of the sales objections. Now, third, senior engineers have become more valuable, of course. Today, companies and enterprises believe that they will hire one senior developer and a bunch of AI tools. The senior developer should be good at designing the architecture, validating the AI output, ensuring the security, integrating multiple systems, and managing AI agents. And today, to be very honest, it is very, very difficult. There's a hardcore scarcity of a senior developer having all this knowledge or all this experience. And to be very honest, if you are a junior website developer or a junior web developer or a front-end designer developer, you are going to be affected the most. It is the reason what we have seen is companies like TCS, companies like Infosys, they have shrinked their hiring budget when it comes to hiring the beginners or freshers. I remember when I was in college, I was picked by Wipro, and Wipro hired 150 from my college. Infosys had 160 from our college. Google had 50 plus from our college. We went to an off campus where TCS hired 350 candidates from our university. But today it's not the case. I'm talking about 20 years back, my dear friend. But today it is not the case. Today it is very, very difficult for a fresher engineering graduate to even crack a job. This is a different agenda, but let me tell you, junior development teams, let's say for example, if you're just into developing boilerplate, if you're just into developing boilerplate code, or let's say for example, just basic SQL or just basic front-end designs or just API management, these kind of skills are not going to be persisting. So these are the basic challenges. The first and foremost thing as a founder, if you're a founder watching this particular tutorial, the first and foremost thing that you have to change your mindset. You have to change your mindset first. From a coder mindset, you have to transition yourself to a business owner's mindset. And how exactly this specific shift of mindset, this change management is going to help you to generate enormous leads in 2026, let me prove it right now. From coding tech first company or from tech first company, you have to transition into industry first companies. Let's say for example, last year you used to position yourself or you used to introduce yourself on a Zoom call, or if you meet a prospect in a trade show and used to say that we run a custom software development company. Bro, this is no more in demand. You just become a very generic service provider. Rather, you should be positioning your handshake statement. Your pickup line should be, we help healthcare businesses reduce revenue leakage using AI automation. This drives more curiosity. Now let me prove this out. Before we get into lead generation strategy for your software development company in this AI era, let me tell you the most important thing that you need to keep in mind in 2026 and 2027 and beyond is how exactly you're positioning your company. Because to be very honest, if you are just thinking coding, if you are a tech guy, you think that, I'm a coding first company, let me tell you, coding has become a commodity today. So from coding, you have to transition yourself into a business solver, business problem solver. So let us compare what exactly used to be companies positioning or introduction in the market, let's say 2020 positioning. Generally, if I used to go to Google and type, let's say if I want to build a CRM software, a bunch of technical company used to rank on Google. All the landing pages that I found was purely the same and identical. Custom software development company used to be the heading, right? Custom. And the call to action, the offer was get a quote. Directly used to pull from requirement to sales, get a quote, because quotation is an offer that anybody and everybody will be looking for when they are on the stage of sales, or a prospect who's already in a frame of mind to immediately hire. The term get a quote is going to resonate. All the websites used to have a primary menu, right? Because your business website is going to play a drastic role in creating visibility on ChatGPT, Perplexity, on Google. When a customer is actively looking for your services. If you want to get visible whenever they are looking for a services, whenever they are looking out, having a pain point, if you want your company to get visible with strong authority, or to understand what should be the structure of your website or structure of your messaging in 2026. First of all, it was very common. The services were software development, mobile app development, DevOps, QA, testing, UI, UX, design, blah, blah, blah. And you used to create a menu on your website with all the industries, right? Used to have a case study page. And honestly, truly, there are many companies, they are not even tracking their development delivery projects into client organization. They do not have a case study also. Baba, case study is an evidence that you are credible enough to get hired in the market. Then comes pricing conversation used to happen. You used to send some quotation, the project cost, the total development hour, means the timeline, and the team size involved. This was the older way to position. But today, amid 2026, people have gotten advanced. The prospect is thinking in a different direction altogether. Headline should be helping healthcare providers reduce revenue leakage with AI. Now listen to this very carefully, my dear friends. Somewhere, somehow, you must have got an indication that targeting to everybody means targeting to nobody in 2026. When I'm saying healthcare service provider, means your focus as a founder should be purely targeted, and you should have a laser focus on one specific industry. As Alex Harmozy has said, he says a focused fool can accomplish much more than a distracted genius. So, healthcare industry. Now, what is going to be an offer? Book an AI opportunity assessment or audit. Not talk to an AI consultant. And your primary core services has to shift from your skill to the keyword that your potential prospects are searching actively on Google and ChatGPT and trying to empower themselves to solve their enterprise challenge. Let's say reduce missed appointments. This should be your core positioning, not the software, not the custom mobile app development. AI voice receptionist, increase patient acquisition, automate hospital operation. Now you see, chief operating officer or a hospital admin head will not wake up in the morning thinking to hire a software development team. They wake up in the morning with a pain point. How can I automate this? How can I cut down my manual costs? How can I improve the transparency within my operations? How to improve call to clinic walk-in conversion rates? How to cut down the revenue leakages in my clinic? AI patient follow-up. So these are the pain points that is somewhere, somehow popping today in customers' mind. Because see, a prospect in 2020 was not empowered, but today they are empowered. They have a tendency to ask everything and anything to ChatGPT and get the answers. So the way how prospects used to search for a specific service in 2022 has drastically changed when it comes to 2025. And 2026, 2027, 2028, it's going to be long tail. People are going to communicate to get their answer from ChatGPT. So your communication to the market should be around those keywords that is somewhere, somehow are the conversations going inside your prospect's head. Now, industry specific, you should be dedicated, you should be a dedicated software development house. You might have multiple verticals, you might be into healthcare, you might be in the industry, but not in a generic way. And case study should not be a healthcare management software. The case study should be reduce patient no shows by 42%, increased revenue by 18 lakhs. This is what people want to hear. And pricing conversation means expected ROI. How much you can save or how much you can let them make money. What exactly is the business impact and the payback period. What is the return on investment? Right? Let us see and understand how to acquire clients right now. Now, until now, what we have seen is how exactly you can change the thought process of presenting your software development company in front of the market. Now, let us understand what should be the process of customer acquisition. And when it comes to customer acquisition, I have broken the process into three major pillars. The first pillar is attention. The second pillar is lead acquisition. The third pillar is revenue acquisition. So we are going to go step by step. Attention, which is going to be the first step or the groundwork every software development company founder should be doing today, right? Let us take an example of manufacturing industry. Let's say, for example, you have the competency, your development, your engineering competency is somewhere into automating the manufacturing pain points, operations using AI. So the very first stage is the attention stage, the groundwork. Step one, be very clear who is going to be my client. In this case, I have picked manufacturing. Now you might be thinking, how can I pick as a company, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is logistic, whether it is healthcare, how can I finalize this? You have to look into your past competencies, past revenue reports. Which industry gave you maximum revenue in the past? Which industry gave you maximum proven results? Where you have case studies, where your software solutions are being successfully used by the users and they are generating impact and generating results, quantitative results. Number three, peace of mind, I will say. What was the industry where you as a founder, you worked and you really enjoyed it? Because this is of course a cost, peace of mind. Then comes market size or the automation adaptability. In which specific industry, in last 3 years, we have seen the maximum adoption of AI or automation within their operation. We have to do some kind of research and finalize one specific TG, the target group, maybe two, maybe one primary, this other one can be the secondary, or the third one can be tertiary, because we all have limited resources. We cannot justify authority in 10 different segments unless and until we are not having a big marketing team. So step one, who is your client? You should be very, very clear about the industry size. I will always recommend, if you are a small mid-size software development house, start with mid-size companies, because startups will be motivated to automate their organizations, but they will have funding challenge, while enterprises, they are ready to implement, but the group decisions will be highly lobby based or will be highly political. That means it will take a longer time to close one deal. Third, you should be very, very clear about the geography. And once you are very clear about this list of the companies, you should have the list of all the accounts or the companies in this specific geography. Let's say, for example, I'm looking for USA mid-sized manufacturing companies. You have to make a list of all the companies that fall into this specific demography or firmography. All the people, those who are responsible for making a hiring decision when it comes to onboarding a software team, right? Maybe in manufacturing, they can be plant managers, chief operating officers, maybe the CEO. So if you see on the screen, this is how the ideal client profile has to be documented within the organization. And this documentation is not theoretical. This has to be created, declared. A piece of this, a copy has to be emailed to all your management founding team members, to all the sales people, to all the marketing people, all the content people in your team, right? As you can see, manufacturing, then comes the locations, then comes the list of the companies. Let's say I have to pick the location, Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, manufacturing company making 50 crore to 500 crore revenue, and all the decision makers, as you can see right now on the screen. This is the must and most important challenge that you need to crack. Who is my client? If you are targeting to everybody, then you are targeting to nobody. The second step, what you need to do under attention stage, you have to understand their primary motivation factor. Each and every decision maker that you see on the screen, CEO, plant head, production manager, quality head, will have a different motivation towards using your software. Somebody wants to cut down manual cost, but someone wants to go home early. Somebody wants just the reporting part to be streamlined. Somebody wants to check whether the software can cut down cost or not and improving the profit or not. How exactly this software is different from the older one? How much time consuming? How much manual work is getting cost? How much manual work is getting cut down with the new software? This is what most of the people are interested in, right? So you have to map the primary motivation with an AI opportunity, as you can see on the screen. Let's say, for example, maintenance manager in a production floor will be concerned about or looking ahead to prevent machine failure. Because if the machine downtime is causing them quantitative losses month on month, it is a concern for them, right? So some sort of predictive maintenance application powered by AI that can immediately send signals onto the mobile app to predict a machine downtime can be a great lifesaver for a maintenance manager, anybody in the hierarchy. Now, third most important thing that you need to be cracking here is identify the revenue leakage. Where exactly the revenue is leaking? What are the potential black spots within the department of a manufacturing unit where they are losing money silently without having any knowledge? Let's say machine downtime, higher rejection rate of proposals, maybe production delays, maybe excessive inventory, slow procurement, high customer complaints. So these are the places where they are either losing money or losing customer satisfaction or failing to acquire new customer. So right now the next step is going to be plain and simple, right? Now that you have understood how exactly you can map the revenue leakage with an AI solution, right now the time has come to build the exact account list or company list. What you need to do is you need to use tools like Apollo.io or DNB. DNB database is something that I have been using since a very long period of time. You can also go with ZoomInfo. You can go with ZoomInfo as a vendor to buy contacts from the internet. Apollo.io will also give you filtered information. Now that what exactly is very, very clear. We know the account, we know the segment, we know the market, the industry size, the list of the companies, the designation holders. We exactly know what are the revenue leakages these companies have. We have the AI solutions as per based on our competency. This is the basic groundwork. It's ready right now. Now the next step or the next stage is going to be, let us go ahead and start building a lead acquisition system. That is our stage number 2. Right now, lead acquisition system has 4 different stages. This is the most important stage, very critical stage for any business under the sun. This is the most important piece most of the IT tech founders are missing right now in their operation. The first is omni-channel marketing planner. That means to draw traffic. You just cannot depend on one source of traffic. You just cannot depend on one source of traffic. When I'm talking about traffic, targeted traffic is something very important. It's just not the traffic. We are talking about targeted traffic, the right set of people within the right set of industry, having a competency to invest, having certain funding within their organization. These are called as the targeted traffic. The specific decision maker having a specific pain point, looking for a painkiller that you are providing. And what exactly is the painkiller? This is the painkiller. When there is a pain, people look for painkiller. So you have to have a painkiller. This painkiller is nothing but an undeniable offer presented on a sales page. An offer promoted on a sales page. A sales page is nothing but a one-pager description around one specific offer. Offer can be a conceptual solution, how exactly they can solve a specific challenge in their industry that can help them to move from point A to point B, that can help them to change from the stage A to stage B. Stage A is where exactly they are right now, the problem stage, the designation holders problem stage, the stakeholders problem stage. Point B is something where they want to be or what they want to become. This is where the traffic will be converted into qualified lead. I will be training you on the workflow of this funnel in a while right now. So please ensure if you watched the video until now, let me tell you, my name is Alok Badatia and I have been doing this since 15 years. And if you're watching us for the very first time, please do consider subscribing. If you are an old viewer, please do ensure to like the video so that YouTube algorithm can understand that you like this kind of videos, and the exact piece of right information you can find this on your timeline. So the last and full and final stage is follow-up automation. Once the leads get generated, you need to understand it's very much important for your firm to remain on top of their mind. So when I'm talking about engaging the leads, this is where the rule number 7 applies. Rule number 7 says your potential prospect, once they become lead, once they become a qualified lead. At least they need to get interaction with you minimum 7 times before they make a decision. So this specific lead follow-up automation system, maybe a mail automation system or a WhatsApp automation system, will help you to keep your solution on top of their mind. It will make your solution more memorable, keep them reminding that the problem they have can be resolved by the solution you provide. Now, here is the workflow diagram. This is what we need to be building. This is where your customers, potential prospects are hanging out. Social media, they read blogs, they use email, they watch YouTube videos like this, and of course, they all have a cell phone inside their pocket and they use the cell phone. So these are the places where your potential prospect can discover you for the first time, when you are going to discover your prospect for the first time. This is where they are hanging out. The next important thing that we need, a landing page and an offer. Offer can be a conceptual solution. Let us take an example of the manufacturing industry. The use case can be the AI playbook for manufacturing. This can be a 5 to 10 pager guidebook. Now that manufacturing setup has multiple decision makers, multiple stakeholders, they make a group decision. So it is the reason it can be 5 to 10 pages. Sometimes it can be 2 to 3 pages also. Let's say, for example, you are targeting to a micro industry for selling any solution where there are 1 or 2 stakeholders. There it can be 2 to 3 pages. Why 5 to 10 pages? Because in this page, in this kind of document, I would like to cover the pain points, the primary motivation of all the stakeholders involved, just like the CEO, the plant manager, the CEO, and the CIO. So this is how the playbook mockup has to look like on the landing page, and the landing page form has to connect it with a CRM, right? The CRM plays a very, very important role for lead scoring. Based on the action they take on your website, you determine with a lead score. Let's say somebody who interacted, opting for a lead magnet, like a playbook. Somewhere, somehow, I score this activity as a high priority activity or a hot activity in my organization. Somebody has a pulsating desire to solve a problem, they download the playbook. Let's say, for example, somebody has just raised an inquiry, right? They are the most hottest and the most priority one. So accordingly, we have to score. We have to prioritize the quality of the lead based on the action they took. Let's say, for example, somebody came and just interacted on with the chatbot, but didn't share much details. So that specific event, I will be giving them some specific point. It is purely an internal decision what exactly is the score that you want to give your potential prospect based on the activity they take on your website. So it will help your salespeople to prioritize the most hot or most warm or the cold leads. So it gives a clear-cut dashboard level idea. These are the set of people, those who are very near to getting converted into a sale. This particular landing page will be equipped with tags like Google Analytics, Meta Pixel, and Google Site Tag, so that you can retarget them with your solution banner wherever they are moving on social media, right? So all the people, those who land on this specific page, around 1 to 3%, this is an industry standard, will opt in for the playbook, a 2 to 3 pager guidebook or a 5 to 10 pager ebook. They get added to a list. The moment they get added to a list, an email automation system triggers that again and again remind them about a webinar that is happening, maybe about a case study, maybe more in-depth guidebooks and ebooks solving different various challenges of the same industry. And of course, when you collect their phone number and email ID, the same phone number and email ID act as a custom data that can be re-uploaded on Meta and Google. If your potential prospect who become a lead, if they are using Meta and Google with the same phone number, you can retarget them with contextual and personalized messages you desire. This whole game is called remarketing, and this is a kind of a factory that keeps on running round the year. It has key 4 pillars. The first pillar is having an offer. The second pillar is having a landing page. The third pillar is having a nurture system, the email automation system, and the fourth one is the traffic source. All these 4 pillars comprise working in silos but working together will form an effective and efficient lead acquisition system. The job of this system, this framework, is to ensure that to continuously build the list of interested prospects around the year. Now, let us quickly go and understand the next stage. This is purely something like how a funnel works. The first stage is attention. First stage is attention. You are reminding or making your market aware. You're making the stakeholders in your market aware about a specific pain point they already have with a solution that you are competent to offer. This is where we say attention. And so as to grab attention, you need to be very, very disciplined to have a content calendar, a content distribution calendar, as you can see. Tofu, Bofu, and Mofu. And on the left hand side, you can see the calendar is scheduled 7 days a week and 30 days per month. There should not be any day left vacant here. You're targeting X, Instagram, Meta, LinkedIn. These are the platforms where you are promoting the content. And this is nothing but the email calendar. These emails will be email marketing campaign will be used to reach out to the people, the data that you have already purchased from DNB or Apollo.io. Every single day social media post has to be there, and these are the respective topics. So if you see here, month on month, week on week, you have to make a calendar, something like this. Once you make the calendar, your content team should be highly disciplined and well trained to execute this strategy. You need a copywriter, you need a video editor, you need a graphic designer, and you need a content writer for this, right? You can outsource the whole stuff to any marketing agency specialized in tech software marketing niche. And I would also strongly recommend that you should build one as well. Most of the founders should also be learning this so that you can monitor and govern this strategy. The next stage is going to be about the lead stage. Once you have the attention, proportionately some part of that market will convert into lead, and some part will be converted to appointments, right? Now, how exactly this works? Now you see all the people, those who become a playbook reader or they opt in for the playbook, you can see this can be the sales script. Hey Mike, do you have a minute? Now, I'm not asking you to sell. You have to just call out to the people, those who have opted for the playbook. In our case, it is AI automation for manufacturing. You just need to call out them and share that you are glad that they joined your playbook reader premium list, and you want to extend a note of gratitude by offering them one more opportunity to participate in a 30 minutes demo call to learn how exactly the concepts mentioned in the playbook actually work in action. So you are inviting them right now. Now, cool. This is not a sales call. This is not a cold call. It's a warm call, right? As you can see on the screen, here is the script, right? I saw the team recently download our demand generation playbook for software companies. I just wanted to say thank you. So this is a template. So I saw that your team downloaded our AI automation playbook for manufacturing company. Just wanted to say thank you. With a token of appreciation, I would love to offer your team an exclusive 15-minute session to show how exactly to implement the strategies in the playbook in real world situations. This particular third para in your script is very important. You have to show some relevance. We have worked with top plant managers in the targeted geography in the San Francisco region. And I will share some insightful case studies with the data that how it can be a game changer to your plant automation implementation or a plant cost cutting. Would it make sense to set up a quick session this week? I'm not asking you to sell. And the people who you are talking to right now, they have shown some level of desire by opting in. That means somewhere, somehow they are raising their hand and saying, Ki bro, right now I have a pain point, come on, sell me. Now you see, let's say for example, if the customer delays. Now generally what happens, most of the sales people right now in the industry, they are using this strategy, but you are trying to do the same thing with cold leads. Never sell to the cold leads, right? Try calling the leads
who have shown some level of desire, it is going to save a lot of your time and resource as well. Stage 3 is sales stage. So please ignore this is stage 3. It's sales acquisition stage. The first stage is spin and BANT. So what do you mean by spin? Spin and BANT. Always remember the value of questions you ask will determine the value of your services. The value of questions you ask. Spin is a questioning mechanism. S stands for situation, P stands for problem, I stands for impact, N stands for need payoff. Very plain and simple. Ask them some situational question. What is the response time the moment a lead comes in? What other tools are you using now? How many people are handling this right now? What is your current goal? What exactly you want to change? Right? What exactly is stopping you from moving or changing this? That is the problem. What's the main hurdle? Impact means where exactly you are getting hit when this specific problem or challenge is not resolved. What exactly is the real spot your business will be impacted the most if this particular problem is not resolved in coming 6 months. This is the impact. Problem behind the problem. What exactly is the real agitation of the problem you are going to face if this specific problem is not resolved today? The need payoff. How does success look for them? What if the problem resolves? How do you want the system to look like? Let them help you to understand or paint a picture how exactly they are visualizing or manifesting the future. BANT is again very important. BANT stands for budget, authority, need, and timeline. This is a very important qualifying stage. Check about the budget. Let's say, for example, the customer is not aware about the budget. They're asking, we're going to send the quotation. Always give a range. Say that similar applications we have developed in the past solving the same challenge, and we have sent a quote of around 3 lakh to maybe 50,000, maybe 10 lakh to 7 lakh. So this should be your price quoting mechanism. Ask them if it's in their budget or not. If they say yes, then only go ahead and make the proposal or go ahead and make the business plan. Very plain and simple. Do not blindly go ahead, because we are not in a proposal making business, by the way. Any Tom, Dick and Harry comes and says, okay, send me the proposal, and the whole team, your tech team, you sit down, waste the whole day, make the proposal, and the moment you send the proposal, the customer ghosts you. So this specific stage should be at least a 30 minutes to 1 hour of intensive discussion to identify the pain. If this pain is not identified, then the sale won't happen. At any cost, you have to be 100% sure that the customer is already realizing the negative impact of the problem they are having right now. They should be very, very clear. What is the negative repercussion of this specific pain they are having right now? What exactly are they going to lose? What exactly are they going to be losing in coming few months if they do not resolve it right now? It will help them mentally, internally to gauge the magnitude of the problem you are trying to solve for them. Now, once this stage is finished, the next step is you have to propose another offer. This is going to be a revenue loss assessment. And so as to do that, you have to find out where exactly the potential revenue leakage might happen. Let's say the machine stops 3 to 4 hours every week. Resulting to that, they lose 18 lakh per month because they lose production bandwidth. Let's say, for example, the sales team takes 2 days to send a quotation, which is again an opportunity loss situation. They lose business here. Let's say the reporting part, 5 employees entering the production report in different shifts, and the salary of 5 employees is 24 lakh per year. 24 lakh is the cost of managing this 5 employees. Now, after you gauge the potential revenue leakage situations, which is very standard in manufacturing industry, now AI opportunity mapping. Let us pick one problem that you feel as a tech team that you have the maximum competency to solve it. Manual production, data entry. Let's say 5 employees spend 6 hours every day entering production report from paper sheets to Excel, ERP, and the cost is 24 lakh rupees. You have to conceptually make them understand that AI automatically can extract the production report from machines or handwritten reports update in the ERP without manual entry. This is where they can save around 18 to 24 lakh per year. Now see, here is something very important. Never utter the word that it is going to replace your employees. This will create a hell lot of politics in the target organization. The lobby will work in their own way. The union will come down. Say that it will free your employees to take up more responsible, higher value production planning and quality improvement work. You are augmenting with the application, you're not replacing. So please ensure this is what you have to understand. Then we have the proposal stage where you have to write a business objective, what exactly they want to solve and how your solution can solve it. This is the scope of the work. The timeline, what exactly are you going to deliver? The ROI, what exactly the ROI they expect, implementation phases and investment. Plain and simple. Objection handling, there will be specific objections and these objections are very, very standard. The moment you come down to this specific stage, you should be well prepared how to handle this. Budget, AI adoption fear. As I said, AI adoption fear, right? This is a political angle. So we have to ensure that this is not a replacement, this is just augmentation. Budget, risk, security concern, timeline, internal approval. So keep all the documents ready and your objection handling dialogues ready. Then commercial negotiation will be there because there will be multiple stakeholders. It will take 2 to 3 months of time to get all the approvals done. Pricing, milestone, service level agreement, what is the standards, what is the policy of your AMC support and contract. So keep every document ready. It should not be a last moment task. The moment they ask or demand something, you jump on and start preparing something and finally the onboarding happens. Now see, this is the whole soul process, but let me give you a secret sutra. 2026 is the year for those who productize their offer. Once you consistently work with a specific industry, the source code is ready, the dashboards are ready, you have a proven outcome that you've already realized with your past 1 or 2 clients. Productize, niche down, affix your business model. One market, solve one problem with one solution with one predictable profit. This is one of the best way how a software development company can scale in 2026 and 2027 and beyond, no matter whether there's an AI hurricane or an AI bluff or AI bubble. So I hope you love the tutorial. Please share this tutorial with anybody who is aspiring to be a founder or any founder who wants to learn the right direction to grow in the AI era with their software development engineering competency. So this is Alok Badatia signing out for now. But before that, let me tell you, whatever you have seen, we train this religiously to tech founders. If you're somebody wanting to build an attention system, struggling with building a predictable lead system, or struggling to build a predictable revenue system with proper sales process, we conduct live sessions. If you are a tech founder watching this, you can nominate your trustworthy marketing and sales team members to participate in the training. It's going to be a 2 months of live class program and a consistent support after the program as well. You can get in touch with our program manager by messaging on the given WhatsApp number or click on the link given in the description to apply for the program. Our program manager will get in touch with the call. We understand, gauge your problem properly. We'll prescribe you a personalized plan and we will discuss how exactly the mentorship program can work. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Alok Badatia signing out for now. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot. Hey, the good news is ADME has launched its flagship programs. The first one is 3.5 months of lifetime mentorship program, AI-enabled digital marketing and business leadership. If you are a beginner, if you want to learn everything from scratch to the advanced level, want to pursue your digital marketing career as a professional, or if you are just a newbie freelancer, want to take your very first step in the world of freelancing and agency owners with a 2 months of paid internship, 3.5 months of lifetime mentorship program is for you. But let's say, for example, you are a busy professional, veteran digital marketer, you have all the intermediate advertising skill, you just want to stabilize your agency business, IT services business, or you want to convert your newbie freelance business into a pro freelance business. If you are an experienced experienced professional. 8 weeks fast track program is for you. Trust me, these programs comes with a plethora of game changing features. One-to-one lifetime consulting unless and until you are not achieving your result. One-to-one direct guidance from me. Live class program that creates an amazing immersive and interactive experience. Auto upgradable LMS, that means even if the program is over, you get all the upgraded materials for a lifetime basis. We have created thousands of hundreds of success stories. 2 months of paid internship program. You get a chance to work with our live client projects with real-time advertisement budgets. 7+ international certifications, work experience letter, recommendation letter, and whatnot. We have created thousands of success stories under the sun. If you want to check and evaluate what exactly is the program best fits for you, click on the link below and book a free career evaluation call with our client success manager. Our client success manager will get in touch with you over a call. We'll have an intensive discussion with you and will guide you with the right program, will prescribe you the right direction in your career and your business. So what are you still waiting for? Click on the link below, get in touch with our client success manager. Let's discuss your career hurdles. Let's discuss your career goals. Let's discuss your career state right now. And let me take your career, your business to the whole new level. Thank you so much. The link is given below. Let's book a call and let's hop on a call right away. Thank you so much.